Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are here on the first Smackdown post Survivor Series and kicking things off with the newest member of the Smackdown roster. Baron Corbin made his return at Survivor Series to help out Smackdown General Manager Shane McMahon to defeat Batista, getting his revenge against Batista, and now he has officially signed a new contract to be a Smackdown superstar after being banned from Monday Night Raw back at SummerSlam by Batista. And Baron Corbin having his first Smackdown match here tonight, going up against Rey Mysterio. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to make sure you do not miss out on what is coming up with TLC, Royal Rumble, and then all the way through to WrestleMania. You do not want to miss out. But Rey Mysterio here, taking on Corbin. Quite a bit of a size difference between these two men. But Rey Mysterio would love to get this victory, and so would Corbin. Both of these men both in need of a victory. Corbin wanting to show that he's still as dominant as he was on Monday Night Raw. Again, his first match here on SmackDown, would love to get that big victory. And Rey Mysterio, a man who has not had very much luck with victories here in Universe Mode. This would be his first victory if he could manage to pick it up. It is going to be difficult indeed. The small man taking down the much larger Corbin. But he managed to do it straight away, as you saw a second ago. But now Corbin back on top of Mysterio, throwing him around the ring. Kick to the back of Rey Mysterio. Of course, we know what the title match is going to be for TLC. It is going to be Braun Strowman finally getting his one-on-one championship opportunity against Tomasso Ciampa for that Universal Championship. This was all confirmed after Braun Strowman turned up at Survivor Series. He did not screw over Team SmackDown in the slightest. So he got his match. Shane McMahon's promise has been kept. It will be Braun Strowman versus Tomasso Ciampa at TLC. But to get ready for that match, Tomasso Ciampa will be in action. Our main event tonight, taking on one half of the Smackdown Tag Team Champions in our main event of the evening. We also have the beginnings, well, the continuation of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, which of course started on Monday Night Raw. But this will be the first of the Smackdown rounds. The first two matches from the first round of the Smackdown side of the tournament will be going tonight. Oh, deep six from Baron Corbin to Rey Mysterio. Very much, Baron Corbin very much taking it to Rey right now. Another deep six to Mysterio. Corbin really trying to take it to him. Rey trying to fight his way back into this one, but Corbin on top, trying to go for the choke slam there. But Rey catching Corbin, throwing him into the corner. And now Corbin still managing to reverse, managing to keep on top of Mysterio. And now sending these kicks into the back of Mysterio. If you look back to what Corbin was like on Raw, he was a brutal man. He got very, very upset. And there's an end of days from Corbin to Mysterio. Is that enough to put away Mysterio? Corbin pointed down at Mysterio, saying that is enough. That is all he needs to do. But he is calling Mysterio back up to his feet. Not going for the pinfall just yet, but Mysterio grabbing the leg, preventing Corbin from going for whatever he was looking for there. And now trying to take Corbin down and laying him out with a big DDT. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Rey Mysterio. But as I was saying, back on Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin was really a force to be reckoned with. He was not able to win the WWE Championship, but he was a brutal man. End of days to everyone, multiple end of days. And he would not stop until he got what he wanted. And Batista had enough. Batista had enough of him. Needed him gone from Monday Night Raw. And yes, the way Batista did it was overkill. Throwing him off the Hell in the Cell. Batista bombing him through the Hell in the Cell. And then not even going for the pinfall after that. Going for another Batista bomb on Baron Corbin. Overkill to get rid of him. Which is why Baron Corbin wanted his revenge on Batista. And has now come back and joined SmackDown. The second up on the top rope, both men superplex to Rey Mysterio from Corbin from the top rope. My word indeed. And now Corbin putting in the boot to the chest of Mysterio. The Corbin became very known for doing multiple end of days. He would just have you there 3 end of days in a row, and then that would be it. 1, 2, 3. That is what he would do. He did not have time to mess around. And the chokeslam over the knee of Corbin. And now calling Ray back to his feet. Perhaps looking to end this with the second end of days. And yes, he does. He hits it middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And what a way to welcome Baron Corbin over to SmackDown. You gotta think there's going to be big plans ahead for Corbin. He is going to be looking right to the top of the SmackDown card, wanting to get himself up to that Universal Championship picture. The one thing he could not do on Monday Night Raw, could not win that WWE Championship as much as he tried, and I'm sure he would love to get his hands on Tomasso Ciampa for that Universal Championship, but he is going to have to wait and prove himself first. Because of course Braun Strowman has that championship opportunity at TLC, and that is going to be very interesting indeed. But for now, Baron Corbin, welcome to SmackDown with an emphatic victory over Rey Mysterio, proving that he is going to be a force to reckon with here on SmackDown. There is no looking past Baron Corbin here on SmackDown. But now we move on to another first round match in the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. And we are starting off the SmackDown side of the tournament. 8 teams from SmackDown will be going at it. But we are starting off here with the Street Profits. The Street Profits, a team that has not been able to have the success they would have liked. They hit off to such a hot start here in Universe Mode. Angelo Dawkins pinned Adam Cole. He pinned Adam Cole right at the beginning of Universe Mode, the second week of Universe Mode. And the Street Profits, they beat Undisputed Era. 2-on-3 handicap match, they did that. You can't deny that they deserve to be in the top of the tag team division, but they haven't been able to put together the victories in recent weeks. And they're going to have to work hard to get through this tournament, but they have an interesting tag team to go up against here first. Going up against Miz and Rusev. Definitely a team that is, well, they've not been together very long and they haven't really had any tag team matches yet. This will be their first tag team match, I think. You can't deny what these guys have done in singles action since joining up together. Miz and Rusev both being able to prove themselves. Particularly Rusev. Rusev has been very dominating. You can't forget about the fact that Miz and Rusev have both defeated Daniel Bryan in singles competition. And now looking to use their teamwork to be able to get themselves to win the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. Of course, you can't forget about the Miz's dirty antics as well. He has definitely been cheating left, right and centre to pick up these wins. And the Street Profits were getting off to a good start in this one. Rusev, though, saw an opportunity to go and take out Montez Ford and to assist the Miz on the outside. Miz and Rusev teaming up against Angelo Dawkins on the outside. Montez Ford still nowhere to be seen. Allowing for the Miz to tag into Rusev. And of course Rusev trying to wear down Dawkins, but Dawkins getting the hog tag to Montez Ford. And now these two men going at it, two fresh men in this match. Rusev and Montez Ford. Rusev attacking Ford. Huge clothesline to take him down to the mat. And Montez desperately trying to find a way back into this. But look at the strength of Rusev planting Montez Ford, planting him. And the Miz, the referee down, and the Miz cheating like usual, getting the kendo stick, sacking Montez Ford with the kendo stick while the referee was down. And Rusev back up to his feet. Miz, skull-crushing finale to Montez Ford. And Miz, not the legal man in this one. Rusev, the legal man, pulling over Montez Ford. Miz trying to get rid of Dawkins on the outside, and he does it. Rusev going for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Took far too long to get to the pin. But it did come down to this. The Miz managed to get himself back in the match. Montez Ford pretty much out of it at this point after the damage he has taken. Miz hitting the DDT onto Dawkins, and he manages to get the 3 count. And Miz and Rusev move forward in the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, eliminating the Street Profits. A big victory for Miz and Rusev. Of course, not a clean victory in the slightest, but they managed to get the victory here tonight, and they will move on to face either the team of the Undisputed Era or the Gable Academy. In the end, they're going to be going up against another team that is firmly a tag team. But next I move on to some action in our women's division. Now here and now is a former Smackdown Women's Champion, Kairi Sane. Of course, Kairi was part of that Survivor Series team. Of course, Smackdown did get very unlucky in that Women's Survivor Series match. There was a lot of nonsense from the Raw team, a lot of distractions, a lot of... yeah, just not really the way you should have played it from the Raw team, in my opinion. Shayna Baszler cheating Asuka to get Asuka DQ'd. And there's many other circumstances. Asuka being completely screwed over. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey both cheating their ways. But of course, you can't forget about the fact that Dakota Kai and Nia Jax lost their Women's Tag Team Championships. They were defeated. The first time they've been defeated as a tag team, they were defeated by Ember Moon and Bianca Belair for those Women's Tag Team Championships. But Dakota Kai now focusing on her goal to be the SmackDown Women's Champion instead. She already has herself a future SmackDown Women's Championship match. It is in the bag for her. She pinned the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks at Hell in a Cell. It was a tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Dakota and Nia versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. And Dakota Kai pinned the SmackDown Women's Champion in that match, Sasha Banks. So Dakota, she already has herself an opportunity at that SmackDown Women's Championship whenever she wants it. And she is trying to prove that tonight. She is trying to take out any other competitor for that championship. And Kairi Sane is definitely one of them. Definitely someone who is looking to get herself back in position to be SmackDown Women's Champion once again. But Kairi Sane, I apologise, Dakota Kai, still being accompanied by Nia Jax. You've got to think Nia is going to be looking to get those tag team championships back. She was very proud of being a tag team champion. She was going around gloating about how they were the best champions ever in universe mode. And they proved it. They beat Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Like I said, they proved it at Hell in a Cell. But they got pinned, they got beaten at Survivor Series for the first time. And I'm sure Nia Jax would love to get a rematch for those Women's Tag Team Championships, but it's going to be difficult with Dakota Kai wanting to focus on the SmackDown Women's Championship instead. Going to have to see how that all lies up, but Dakota going for a roll-up now on Kairi Sane. Only a 2 count there. Kairi Sane rolling through on top of Dakota Kai, pinning her shoulders down. 2.9 there. Dakota Kai managing to kick out Kairi. Kick to the back, but Dakota rolling out of the way and throwing Kairi Sane into the ropes. But Kairi Sane reversal, arm drag to Dakota Kai, taking her down off her feet. Quick reverse between the two of them into a jawbreaker from Dakota Kai. Of course, we did see at Survivor Series a bit of an embarrassing loss for Sasha Banks. Ever since her loss at Hell in a Cell to Dakota and Nia, she's kind of been a little bit unhinged, has Sasha. She's kind of not been as we've been used to seeing her. She was attacking Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Champion, with a kendo stick leading up to their match at Survivor Series. And well, it cost her. It cost her the match at Survivor Series. The aggression of Sasha Banks, the way that she was distracted, it led to Alexa Bliss getting a roll-up on Sasha Banks, managing to defeat her and picking up the victory for Raw. And that could have been the crucial thing, of course. SmackDown only lost by one match, and that could have been the crucial thing that changed everything. That could have been it. But now the insane elbow into the corner to Dakota Kai. And they're going for the pinfall on Kai. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Kairi Sane. Because Kairi and Dakota do have some history together. There was a fatal 4-way ladder match for the SmackDown Women's Championship back at Extreme Rules when Kairi Sane was the champion. She went up against Dakota Kai, Nia Jax and Toni Storm in that one. Toni Storm did pick up the belt in that contest, but Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai no strangers to each other in the slightest. Kairi throwing Dakota in the corner, but Dakota getting the elbow to the head and another jawbreaker to Kairi Sane. It's going to be interesting to see whether Dakota can manage to be as successful as she was in the tag team in the singles division. Of course, In the tag team match, you see Nia Jax doing a lot of the work. Nia Jax would do a lot of damage to the opponents. And then Dakota would be able to come in there, hit that chiropractor, that devastating chiropractor, and finish things off for the tag team. But who knows if that's going to be how the land lies when it's just a one-on-one match. Can Dakota do enough damage before hitting that chiropractor? Probably a very important thing to consider. Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai back in the ring after being on the outside for a while. Dakota now looking to throw Kairi Sane into the corner. Is she looking for that running kick to the face? Yes, she is, going into the other corner and running all the way back around to the big boot into the corner. Straight into the face of Kairi Sane from the captain of Team Kick, Dakota Kai. And now Kai calling Kairi to her feet. Kai looking for that chiropractor, but Kairi Sane grabbing the leg of Dakota Kai, preventing it from being hit. Going for the pin for one. Not even a 1 count there. Dakota Kai kicking out on instinct straight away. And now Kairi getting Dakota back up to her feet, throwing her into the corner, knocking the ref down by accident, I believe. And Dakota Kai now taking advantage, hitting a suplex onto Kairi Sane. Kairi perhaps distracted by the fact that she'd hit the referee, wondering whether the referee's okay probably. And now throwing her into the corner once again. Is she looking for a repeat? Yes, she is. Another big boot to the face from the team leader, the captain of Team Kick. And is she going to go for it again? Yes, she is. A repeat of what we just saw. But can Kairi Sane reverse this time? Can she get the leg? Yes, she does again. Again, 2 times in a row, Kairi Sane preventing the chiropractor. This could be a big victory for Kairi Sane, getting her closer to getting another opportunity of that SmackDown Women's Champion. Roll up from Dakota Kai. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, never mind. Roll up from Dakota Kai, and she gets out of there as soon as possible. Kairi Sane taken off guard. Dakota Kai with a roll up victory over Kairi Sane here tonight. Kairi was very much on her game in this one. She had Dakota Kai. She knew what was going on. Dakota got those kicks to the corner, those big boots, but every time she went for that chiropractor, Kairi Sane was ready. Kairi Sane grabbing the leg, preventing the kick to the gut to set up, but it didn't matter. Dakota Kai got the roll up, and Kairi Sane cannot believe it. She is arguing the count with the referee, but it doesn't matter. It's been said. Kai getting the big victory here tonight, celebrating with Nia Jax. We move on now to another first round match from the SmackDown Tag Team. I apologise, just the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, but the SmackDown bracket. And it is the New Day here, the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They held onto those championships all the way until Clash of Champions, where they were defeated by Ricochet and Ali in that match. It was a triple threat tag team match. New Day, Ricochet and Ali, and the Undisputed Era. Ricochet and Ali managed to defeat the Undisputed Era to get the pinfall in that one. The New Day though did lose their rematch at Hell in a Cell in a steel cage match. But tonight they're going up against the Revival. A team really on the rise here on SmackDown. You've got to look back to what they did to Goldberg right before Hell in a Cell. Really destroying the leg of Goldberg. To be able to take down a legend like that. To do so much damage to him. And sure, they lost the match. I'm not going to say they didn't win. If they'd won, they probably would have already had a SmackDown Tag Team Championship opportunity by now. But they didn't. They lost. But the amount of damage they did to a legend like Goldberg, that says a lot. It really says a lot for the Revival, and they are in a position to gain some true momentum with their submission style wrestling and working down limbs. It's very different to what we have in the rest of the SmackDown Tag Team division. Especially when you look at the champions. You look at our champions, Ricochet and Ali, by very high-flying competitors, getting around the ring as fast as possible, hitting their big top rope moves. Very, very different to the Revival. Of course, known for their mantra of no flips, just fists. Very much opposites to our SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But the beginning of this match was all pretty much working down the legs of Big E, allowing Wilders to go for the pinfall. But Big E rolling through, but not being able to get the victory. A lot of damage was done to Big E's legs, but eventually he managed to get the tag over to Xavier Woods. But Woods tried to fight back against this, but Wilder did have control for a little bit. Woods managing to fight back against Wilder, getting a big punches to the face, a series of punches to Wilder into the corner, and the boot to the face of Wilder, looking to do some proper damage to Wilder. But he ends up catching the leg of Woods and throwing him into the corner to his tag partner. You know what this is gonna mean? Into that big finish. The Shatter Machine from the Revival. Dash Wilder still in the ring, keeping an eye on Big E, but Big E too tired to be able to move, and the Revival, they picked up the victory in this one after damaging Big E's legs so much that he was unable to break up the pinfall, and they move forward to face either the team of the Church of Rollins or the debuting Viking Raiders. We'll find out what team they go on to fight, but that was a very dominating victory for the Revival, and it says a lot to be former SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But speaking of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, we are time for our main event, and one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions is in action. It is Ricochet. And now he may be a Tag Team Champion, but his record in singles action is actually very impressive indeed. Just his record overall, very impressive. If he wasn't in the Tag Team division, potentially you could see him being in the Universal Championship scene. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised. But being a Tag Team superstar at the moment he has been doing very, very well for himself indeed. But he has the opportunity of a lifetime here tonight as he goes up against the Universal Champion Tomasso Ciampa. Of course, Ciampa coming off a huge victory at Survivor Series where he managed to pin the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Of course, like everything that involves Tomasso Ciampa, it was not clean, of course. It involved Sheamus interfering in the match. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre's rival. Of course, they will have a championship match at TLC between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. But Tomasso Ciampa did use that to get the victory at Survivor Series. But now Tomasso Ciampa has to look forward to TLC and his match with Braun Strowman for that Universal Championship. And Strowman, that's a scary match to be having in a one-on-one position. Strowman may not have been able to win in a fatal four-way, but you gotta say that's because of Goldberg. We've been over this before, but that is all because of Goldberg. The interference that knocked Strowman out of that fatal four-way. Knocked Strowman, knocked Keith Lee out of that match, left it to just be Ciampa and Adam Cole. And while Ciampa was able to get a victory in that one, but a one-on-one opportunity against Braun Strowman is... yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Tomasso Ciampa's shoes, let's be honest. But you can't really look past Ciampa. He's only had one loss here in Universe Mode. His only loss was to Roman Reigns back all the way at our first pay-per-view here in Universe Mode. And he has since gone on to, well, get that victory back. He's beat Roman Reigns. He beat Roman Reigns in a Hell in a Cell match, a Hell in a Cell, proving that he can do it. And well, if he can beat Roman Reigns, if he can beat all these people he's beaten Seth Rollins, he's beaten Adam Cole, Braun Strowman, Keith Lee in that fatal four-way. He's beaten so many people. And of course, a lot of it has involved Johnny Gargano helping him out. Been a lot of interference, a lot of cheating, and a lot of low blows from Tomasso Ciampa, but you can't deny that he's managed to do it. He's managed to hold on to that championship and beat some really formidable opponents. You can't deny that he's managed to do that, and also you look at how he looks at that championship. He holds on to that championship like it means the world to him. You can tell it does the way he looks at it. I don't know what he would be like if he lost that championship. I don't think he'd be in a very good place in the slightest. Getting back to the action at hand, Ciampa throwing Ricochet into the corner. Ciampa has been working quite hard on one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions in this one. Ciampa lining up Ricochet, knee to the face. But Ricochet keeping up straight away into another knee in the face. Another knee directly to the chin of Ricochet. And now Ciampa setting up for a third knee to the face. Taking Ricochet off his feet. And now going for the pinfall here on Ricochet. 1, 2. But Ricochet managing to kick out of that one. Not giving up just yet. Ricochet, like I said, he is a formidable opponent. One half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but with a very strong singles record. Of course, Ricochet and Ali only started their tag team because they felt like they weren't getting looked at enough as singles competitors. They weren't getting the opportunities that they deserved. But since becoming a tag team, they have proved themselves. Sure, they didn't manage to win the championships in their first opportunity. It took the second time. But since then, they have been on fire as a tag team. They have worked so well together. And Ricochet getting a 2 count there over Tomasso Ciampa. Getting very close to pinning the Universal Champion. That would be a huge shocker from Ricochet here tonight. If he can do it, that would be crazy and definitely would set him up for a future Universal Championship match at some point down the line. If he can do it. But Ciampa, again with those knees to the face, looking to knock Ricochet out, looking to knock him unconscious, turn the lights off. Now getting Ricochet in position for a big suplex. Up he goes, down he goes. Of course, it is always quite interesting for Ricochet to be up against someone who is the same size as him. Usually going up against bigger opponents. And now Ciampa, the knee to the head of Ricochet. Yet again, continuing damage to the head of Ricochet. And Ricochet kicks out too. But the way he keeps targeting that head of Ricochet, trying to kick it off. It is not pleasant in the slightest. Ricochet probably going to be in a bad position. Another punches to the head as well. But he still kips up, still kipping up, not giving up in this one in the slightest. And locking the arm of Tomasso Ciampa, and now the leg. Locking and trying to make Tomasso Ciampa submit. Is he going to make him tap out right now? Working on the leg of Ciampa, but Ciampa. Kick to Ricochet to get him off. Getting him off base, and now Ciampa getting behind. Oh, trapping the arm and dropping Ricochet's body weight on top of that arm. Looking to take him off his feet. And damage that arm, the arm he was using for the submission, of course. And now Ciampa's caught him. Ciampa's caught him. Fairy tale ending to Ricochet, and that has got to be it. 1, 2. No Ciampa kick. Ciampa not being able to put away Ricochet right there. It was not a fairy tale ending that Ciampa wanted. He wanted Ricochet done for, but unfortunately not being able to work it out. And Ricochet using his speed to take down Ciampa. German suplex, taking down Ciampa. The opportunity that Ricochet needed right here. The opportunity that he desperately needed. Powerbomb from Ricochet. Deadlifting Tomasso Ciampa into a powerbomb. A sit-down powerbomb as well. Ricochet going up to the top rope. Is he looking for it? 630 senton. 630. 1, 2. No. Ciampa managing to kick out of the 630. The move that has won Ricochet so much to help win the Tag Team Championships for him and Ali. Oh, and a shooting star press. 1. Oh, only a 1 count. Ciampa kicking out on instinct there. Ricochet now going to have to think of what to do. Going to have to change up his game right now if he wants to take down Ciampa. Clearly the 630 not going to work. He needs to think of another option. And throwing Ciampa to the outside, definitely an option. Definitely an interesting choice here. Taking things to the outside, looking to do a bit more extra damage by throwing Ciampa into some of the surroundings maybe. Ricochet though changing his mind, throwing Ciampa straight back in the ring. Perhaps not the wisest decision from Ricochet there, but wanting to keep things nice and clean. And now getting Ciampa on the shoulders, into the boot to the head. But Ciampa rolling up, rolling himself back to his feet. And trying to go for the cutter there as Ricochet. But Ciampa reversing. Ciampa now rolling up the SmackDown Tag Team Champion. 1, 2. No, not another roll-up victory here tonight. Oh, Ciampa. Ciampa looked like he was trying to go for the referee then. Ciampa trying to go dirty, go for the referee. Trying to find desperation to be able to beat Ricochet. Looks like Ricochet catching Ciampa. I don't know what he was looking for there, but they're catching each other. Quick reversals, another knee to the head, making Ricochet dizzy. And now Ciampa getting rid of Ciampa, throwing him to the... Apologies, Ciampa getting rid of Ricochet, throwing him to the outside. And the referee counting Ricochet down. Can Ricochet get himself back up to his feet as Ciampa celebrates in the ring? Ricochet starting to stir, and Ciampa takes out the referee. Ciampa taking out the referee, come on! I don't know why he did that, whether he was... Of course, there you go. The low blow to Ricochet. Blatant cheating again from Ciampa. And straight into it. He has it hooked in. The fairy tale ending. And once again, Ciampa not even going for the pinfall, calling him up again. Calling Ricochet up again, wanting to pay punishment to Ricochet for being able to be in this match for so long. A low blow into 2 fairy tale endings. 1, 2, 3, and Ciampa cheats his way to another victory. See, there's always a way. Ciampa always has a way to get away with this. He always finds a way to be able to pick up the victories here. And Ricochet, though, he put in a definite lot of work in that one. He could have beaten Ciampa, I know he could have, but he just didn't line up for him tonight. Ciampa knocking the referee out, low blow, 2 fairy tale endings, and that was all she wrote for Ricochet. You got to say, Tomasso Ciampa, he kind of proved himself here tonight. Proved he stands a chance against Braun Strowman if he does this dirty tactics. And wait a second, Strowman coming down to confront the Universal Champion. Ciampa running away from Strowman. Ciampa, he wants nothing to do with Strowman, running away from Strowman, and Ciampa escaping from Strowman for tonight. And that is all for today's episode of Universe Mode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.